I'm going to cover a new way to use ChatGPT to create yourself a new stream of income with no previous experience. So here is our action plan. Step number 1, we're going to do product research to find what's actually hot right now. And at this stage, we're going to utilize the power of ChatGPT to help us come up with some ideas. Step number 2, once we've decided on the product that we're going to sell, we're then going to go off and design it ourselves and make sure that the products are ready to be launched on Etsy. And then step number 3 is launching on Etsy and automating the whole thing so there's minimum input from ourselves in the long run. Let's get into it. So step number 1 is product research, and selecting the product is actually the most essential part. We need to select products that people actually want and know that there's actually demand for the product that we're going to sell. So even if we do everything else right, if we pick a product that has little to no demand, then it will never work for us. But the real question is, how are we going to find these products that are going to perform well? Here's where we leverage ChatGPT to actually give us some initial ideas that's going to help us with the brainstorming part, and then we'll take the ideas generated from ChatGPT and then go into Etsy to then research which products are performing well with those ideas. So I've just prompted ChatGPT to give us some digital product ideas on Etsy, and as you can see, it's given us a bunch of options for us to actually consider. And amongst them, I really like the digital planners idea. So what we'll do now is we'll head over to Etsy to see which sellers are actually doing well with planners. Okay, so I found this store, Amethyst Garnet, doing digital planners, and they've received over 134,000 sales. And clearly people are satisfied with this product in the store because they've got near a 5-star average rating. And just looking through these reviews, you can see how satisfied these customers are with this product. So I've just gone through this store really carefully, and the average product ranges around £6, which means this store has likely made about £800,000, which is just under $1 million since they've started, which is absolutely insane. This has got to be one of the easiest passive income methods I've ever come across, because after they complete the sale, they don't actually need to do a single thing to fulfill the order. Buyers can just download the item immediately straight after their purchase. And this store only started in 2020, which is proof that you don't need to have done this for 10 years to get it to this point of making over $1 million in sales. Let's head back over to ChatGPT to help us develop some ideas on some target audiences to make planners for. So ChatGPT gave us a few suggestions, and I like the idea of doing planners that are self-care or self-development orientated. So I'm thinking something along the lines of goal setting related planners for entrepreneurs. So by using ChatGPT this way, we have an infinite list of digital product ideas that we can actually launch. And when we combine that with using Etsy like we just did to research other shops in that market doing very well, then it's very easy to find products that we know people are going to love and actually purchase from our store. So let's say you didn't want to do it for business owners, but you wanted to do it for a different target audience. Then you can use ChatGPT to give you some ideas on some target audiences if you haven't decided one already. Then search for that audience on Etsy relating to digital planners or whatever digital product you're doing. Then scroll through the listings and find one that's performing very well in that target audience, and then work backwards to create something that is even better than what they're doing. And to find the ones that are actually performing well, you want to look at the ones that have a very high review count and have been getting a lot of recent reviews. So when you're doing this, make sure you're looking at the listings that have a very high review count, then take a look at their reviews and then read on the feedback that they're getting, and then that will give you ideas on ways to improve on their product. Also, just a quick tip, from everything I found from my research, I can tell you that overcomplicating designs is never going to work. You want things that are simple and sleek because that's what people ultimately like, especially when we're talking about digital planners. So now that we've covered the product research stage, I'm going to show you exactly how to build these digital products even if you have no previous design experience. So what we need to do now is head over to canva.com, which if you've never heard of before, I'll link it down in the description below. Now let's head over to the template section and type in digital planners. And as you can see, there's loads of different page templates that actually come up, and you can use these to design your own planner with minimal effort. So be sure to use some of these templates and take some time to actually produce a nice planner that actually meets the style that you're trying to go for. Okay, so I just spent a full hour designing my own planner, and I think it's pretty much done. Like I mentioned, you can utilize Canva templates to prepare each and every page, so that will help you get it done super fast, and just adjust the templates to actually fit the style and design you're trying to go for. And I think this looks pretty good. Like, as you can see, we got the front cover, we got the sections page, we got the mission statement here on why this planner was actually created, which, you know, to be honest with you, was completely written with ChatGPT in a few seconds. We've got a 7-day challenge, we got a 30-day challenge, a goals and goal setting section, self-care routine, a checklist monthly planner. I mean, we've got a bunch of things in this now. And this was all done in under 1 hour, so you can see how easy it is to do. And once we list this on Etsy, we're never gonna have to spend any more time actually adjusting or improving this planner because it's a done for you product. So now we just wanna download it as a PDF, and be sure to select the best for print option because that's gonna be the best one for them if they wanna print it instead of just use it as a digital planner. And now it's ready to go onto Etsy. Now let's head over to Etsy, and if you don't already have an account, it will only take you a few minutes to actually sign up. What I'll do is I'll put a link in the description that will give you 40 free listings on Etsy, so it will save you some money if you sign up that way. Now let's create a listing. And with the photos, I'd spend some more time in Canva making them look as professional as possible. Again, you want to look at what the other successful sellers are doing and mimic their kind of style. And the title here, you want to carefully select because you definitely want to include keywords that are relevant to your niche and space so that customers looking for your product will actually find what they're searching for. And again, you can look at what competitors are doing to kind of give you an idea. So this is the title I've come up with, and as you can see, it repeats digital planner a few times in there, but that's because we want Etsy to rank us for those keywords so that customers find it when they're searching for it. And let's just add digital prints to this category and make sure you change the type here to digital. So now we need to craft a product description, and what I'm going to do for this part is use ChatGPT to save us some time. Okay, so I've told ChatGPT what the product is and who it is we're trying to target, and I gave it an example of a successful competitor's description so it has it for reference. And this is what it's come up with, and to me, I mean, it looks pretty good. I made some adjustments so that it's more suited for my product, but I think now it's ready to go. So in terms of pricing, I definitely suggest undercutting competitors by about 20 to 30% to start off with. And the reason for that is because you want to build up your initial sales, you want to build up your review count, and you can start ranking on Etsy a lot faster by doing this. And don't forget, you can then come back to it later on and raise your price once you've gotten that traction. And that's pretty much it, guys. Like, all you need to do now is repeat this process and keep listing new planners on Etsy. So one of the tips I have for you is offering it as a physical planner as well as a digital planner on your listing, and this is a sure way to upsell. This would involve using a third-party print-on-demand company who will actually fulfill the order on your behalf every time you get a sale. And all of these companies are super easy to use. All you need to do is drag and drop the PDF which you've already made onto their website, so then they will actually produce that planner for you and ship it out to the customer. So as you can see, there are some Etsy stores selling just physical planners and making thousands in sales doing it. And this is a good way to actually increase your retail price with a good justification because you're actually shipping the product to their door, and it's a good tactic to upsell on your listing. And that's really it, guys. I mean, in my opinion, this has got to be one of the easiest passive income techniques out there because it doesn't require a lot of effort to actually get it set up and launch because you've got tools such as ChatGPT and Canva.com. And after it's launched, if your product is in demand and people are buying it, then it can last for many, many years. And because it's a digital product, there's no fulfillment for you to do. So it can just be a clean stream of income that doesn't require a lot of attention from your part. And you can see these other Etsy sellers have been doing it for years and it's generated a huge amount of money for them. So there's no reason why it can't do the same for yourself. I hope you found some value in this video, and until next time.